I do want to see the engages from Thaldron. He had a whole bunch of great ones at Worlds. Can we have those charges in? Because we talked about at the start of the day, what beats the poke? Hard engage.
The thing that I love about the Scion hard engage is it is really feast or famine. You're either absolutely phenomenal or absolutely nothing happens. We're in the loading screen and unfortunately no unsealed spellbook on the side of Blitzcrank.
But the Comet, though, for the Scion. So Thaldron will have that Comet in the top lane where you E pass through with the Scion shout. It'll slow, and most slows will hit confirm Comet, so that's why people are running it a whole bunch. It's also hard to get out of, especially when people don't have a lot of boots early on.
All right, so the slow from that Roar of the Slayer allowing the Comet to hit. Let's see if that can be game-changing here for Turkey and the TCL.
With the guy who knows all the names of the abilities, so Roar of the Slayer.
Try my best. I try my best. It is a small gimmick, but I have to maintain it, I'm afraid. All right, Zyrene, 5-man stack here for Turkey on the bottom as they're head-to-head with the LMS representative shortly, but Sword Art chilling in the Dragon Pit, got that rocket grab, so anyone moves forward, or has the potential to rocket grab, let me say that rather, if anyone jumps forward. What about the rest of these keystones? Obviously, electrocute on the side of Cast, so they're going to go for that damage. No grab, no early kills yet.
Yeah, I like Ziv going for press the attack instead of, we've seen Airy and Comet on Jhin for poke, but he's just saying, this is a Scion that's going to try to poke, and I'm going to try to all in and get more damage off. Also, Frozen going for Airy on the side of the Taliyah here. Okay, usually it's, Comet, but Airy is still, like, pretty much interchangeable with it at the same time.
Yeah, I've heard a few times today, Comet just slightly more damage, but...
Yeah, especially on 723 when Airy got nerfed.
Yeah. I just like the animation for Airy. I think the Comet, the Arcane Comet, definitely, like, more intense verbiage than the animation matches it. Yeah. However, it's definitely extremely effective on 723.
I just love when the area is running back and it starts glitching through the wall. So I'm like, what is going on? And you can kind of tell where the guy is, but that's my favorite part of area is when I get angry that somebody hit me with it and it did so much damage, but then I'm laughing my ass off. This little thing is just going back.
Well, let's see how this laning phase plays out. BB's going to have that dancing grenade bounce across the Turkish minion line. And I want to keep my eyes on Thaldron's Arcane Comet Scion and how well he does CS-wise into Jace. It's always going to be a difficult matchup. And already getting bullied out by that ranged auto of that Mercurial Cannon.
Yeah, he does have more in terms of regen, though, with the flask for himself. So I feel like he'll end up in a pretty good spot here. He'll be down a little bit in CS and pressure, but he might be able to get that back given enough time.
As it stands, no real advantages to speak of, obviously. He's going to miss that booted minion to the face, so Ziv doesn't get tagged by the slow, doesn't get tagged by the Comet. And we'll just see how this laning phase plays out. It's going to be very interesting because it feels like if LMS get ahead, they're going to have so many tools to just keep Turkey playing defensive, dodge the skill shots. And that can be how LMS can pull it.
Yeah, and that's why we're looking at Thaldron for the engage later on. Also, Stone-Aged as well. With the cast, if he can actually knock somebody in, that would be great. But look at this down bottom. This is why we're seeing so many people take boots, 4 potions on the 80 carry. I think we've seen it 2 times today. Now this is the 3rd and 4th time that we're seeing it. Because there's just so much poke with Comet that people need to sustain up to stand a chance. And Karsa.
Ooh, good flash from Frozen. Somewhat predicting that Sonic Wave. Either way, Summon a Spell blown, successful gank.
Yeah, we did see him actually a little bit predict that, like you said. That was actually sick. That could have been good, but he's going to go back over and just keep farming.
That farm alarm going. All right, Sword Art and a lot of damage. Look at that, from the double up and the Make It Rain and the Comet. Zeitnot has not used a single potion and is already slowly pulling ahead, but a lot of kudos here to BB and Sword Art, farming up, staying. Only 3 CS down despite all of that damage and despite all of that pressure. Let's take a look where the rest of this is playing out. Karsa slightly ahead in the CS game, and the fact he's already had a successful gank, but you expect that in the Lee Sin into Gragas. I mean, Stomach only level 3. He's really going to come into his own once he hits level 6. And then can start to play around. Obviously, the Scion needs some time. Taliyah needs just a little bit of time as well.
Yeah. And potential dive, we've seen Karsa kind of control the top half of the map now to let the Jace just thrive and push up and not have to worry about getting ganked here. And it kind of gives them the information that Stomage's on top side, and Frozen, he walked back in.
Oh, so much damage. That sleepy trouble bubble sets up a first blood for Fofo.
Oh, and Karsa tried to get an assist there at the end with the W with the safeguard, but Fofo solo kill there. No assist on the back end.
Yeah, I didn't see what the spell feed was, if anything. And Fofo, their huge minion wave denied. So not only does Frozen concede first blood, but that was a gigantic wave of minions and gold.
Oh, it's an exhaust. Hits him there with the Sleepy Trouble bubble. Throws the exhaust. It gets cleansed away. And then paddle slaps him. And Karsa misses, but oh. Yep.
That's tough. That's so tough.
I mean, he ended up having to walk back into it. Karsa's on the left side of him. And the flash from earlier was blown from the previous Karsa gank. So that's one of those ones where as a jungler you go, yeah, you finally capitalized on what I set you up for earlier. Yeah. And then you don't even get an assist on it.
No, nothing you can do. Level 4 exhaust in lane obviously helps out there for Fofo. Actually, may have been a summoner spell, rather. It was the cleanse that he picked up from that spell thief.
Yeah, he had the exhaust, which he picked up. And then he also blew the heal, and they blew the cleanse at the edge. It's just, it's so hard to keep track of quick shot.
Too many summoner spells. Stonemage is going to come in for his first gank. Body slam and barrel combo does connect, but Fofo uses a flash of his own, picks up another bubble. Frozen gets tagged. He's running for his life. Where's the next paddle star? If Fofo can set it up, goes for the shot, the flash connects, and Fofo is dunked.
That's a paddling right there. Oh my God, he picked up a flash immediately afterward. Stonemage gave it to him.
I don't know how to keep my eyes on a Zoe in team fights. Laning phase, this is fine. This is easy, right? 1-on-1 2v2s. But once this gets more chaotic, losing track of that paddle star and trying to follow the prediction is going to be so tough. This is a dive down bottoms, Irene.
Yep, Karsa coming from the backside, and you also have Fofo here.
And remember that bubble, it goes through walls! Gonna bounce all the way forward. Great rocket grab into the fist in the face. Zeit not another for Fofo.
Man, they are just roaming around. Fofo 3-0. You gave him a little bit, and you're seeing what this guy that hasn't really been exposed to a Western audience, what he's capable of doing and what people have been seeing. But Thaldron top.
All right, unstoppable onslaught connects onto Zib's face. Zib is making his way backwards, though, and still sitting low. Got himself a charge of that refillable potion for a little bit of HP, but teleports are on cooldown. So don't really want to back. It's an inopportune time. There's a replay of that dive.
Yeah, we're not going to show the middle one because that was so dirty. This, though, was the setup. This took some calculation coming into it. Karsa spotted. Both Zeitnot and Zergsting have to back up. But then the paddle star still connecting there. Yeah, the range is disgusting.
I want to keep my eyes on how Fofo sets up that sleepy trouble bubble. I was messing around with Zoe the other day. You can hit the bottom lane bushes from the entrance to blue buff on blue side. Like you can send all the way through that wall. Super specific, of course, but as you shoot that thing through walls, it just travels for what feels like ever.
Man, every time I watch Zoe, I just think of that, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's just burned. This is 100% fine. Now, when you go back to Europe, smack Betty is one.
Okay.
Because there was a conversation I remember having where we're like, Zoe seems crazy. He's like, no, she's fine. She can't wave clear. She has all these weaknesses. I'm like, what? She clears caster minions level 7. People see those clips of like a fed Zoe, and those are the ones that make like highlight reels and stuff. But I'm like, no, this is Zoe before she's fed.
Yep.
This is how she gets to that point.
Yep, not surprising. And talking about being a fed Zoe, 3-0 for Fofo, the man that, this could be his breakout tournament. International debut, of course. Picked over some of the other famous LMS mid laners, and he's a large region wide. The LMS is currently 2,000 gold up before 10 minutes. Using that portal jump and that paddle star, get as much distance as possible. And I'm keeping an eye, every time Caster moves around, there's just really good kill pressure the moment he combines any sort of slow or CC.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what happens when he lands like a Sleepy Trouble bubble, and then it's a Jace Q through an acceleration game. Paddle Star's probably more, it's just a ridiculous ability when it just travels a large amount of distance. But you can combo it with other people who have like AoEs as opposed to having to make it right on top of the person. Up. Oh.
What happened? Very long range. That comment comes out. Not a kill just yet.
I mean, I'm actually like cheering for the people who get out. It's like, you did it, man. You beat the system. You got out of that Zoe bubble.
You dodged the shot. That's what Turkey gonna have to be doing all day.
Yeah, Merc treads every game against Zoe.
Yep.
100%. Get out of that as fast as possible.
Let's see where he's going with his build. Sork Shoes completed, Lost Chapter. And he's sitting on a bunch of gold. And he's clearing out the waves as best as possible. And picking up. So he's got himself an Ignite now.
I think I've seen everything. It's like a candy store.
All right, set up on the bottom lane. Sword Art, Rocket Grab, that's going to catch Zergsting. Zergsting is going to have some help from Zeitnot. A full channel on the bullet time. That's going to tag Freebie all the way down low. Carter jumps back in with Dragon's Rage. Another kill for LMS. 5-0, 6-0. Here comes Fofo. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Not going to slow down or stun Stomage. But LMS with Tower First Blood in their eyes. Going to get a lot of damage down. And I think on this next minion wave, should have enough to secure it.
Yeah, and you can see that Ziv says, okay, maybe I'll get roamed on by Talia here. Backs up, goes for Krug, starts at least getting something during this time, and they're going to try to go for that bottom turret on the opposite side for the LMS. So you can see that the LMS actually working as kind of like a unit here. Bottom goes aggressive, top's going to back off. Right here, this is where the bottom goes aggressive, and they call out Stomage. The hook, so much burst came out from BB there. I thought Zergsting was going to drop, then I thought BB was going to drop, and then it just came with the ultimate there, the faster roam. That's what blows my mind, is this Zoe has so much pressure versus a Talia, who is supposed to be wave clearing.
To be fair, any mid laner with 3-0 up going into is going to have some more pressure.
Exactly, but he got solo killed at the start. It's just, it's insane. This champion is bonkers.
It really is, and made it through twice, 2 out of 4 games now. So 1 ban, 2 performances. Obviously, Bjergsen wanted it earlier today. Fofo set himself up for a potential victory. 4,000 gold at 11 minutes. You'd be hard-pressed to see him not winning this game.
I watched Bjergsen last night lose a Zoe game where he was one-shotting Sneaky. It's possible. You get 2 aggro with your portal, and you get popped. Yeah, it can happen.
But that's then an error between keyboard and computer, right? You know, it's
okay.
It's that sort of setup. But something we've not talked about in what feels like 10 minutes. Ziv and Thaldrun. They've just been farming up. Even Stevens, Thaldrun's now rotated, of course, with that tower being dropped down bottom. Zeitnot and Zergsting, they've lane swapped away, but we've not seen Ziv. He didn't really bully out Sion. It's an even laning phase. This Comet Sion farmed relatively well.
Yeah, he farmed incredibly well, and he went a little bit more for the scaling as well. He has the extra boots, the magical footwear, or the free-ass boots, as you know, Cat Kobe and Flowers have been trademarking. I love them so much. But the thing is, I didn't really like them too much at first, because as a jungler, I was always like a team player, and in High Diamond, I'm like, okay, Tracker's Knife, boots, I was trained. Now it gives me an excuse to not go boots and get like that long sword. You know, go for a little bit more damage early. No, I'll get boots.
That panel star hurts. Down at my elo, free-ass boots are awesome, because I just get to lane for like 15 minutes every game. So that is just free money for me. So
yeah, it's so much money.
Invested a lot. Take a look at this. Caster gets jumped off, Dragon Rage backwards. Smites for life, but doesn't secure anything, and Stomage gets the first kill for Turkey.
And they know that he's in there. They just saw Sword Art.
Hunting Sword Art. Here comes Zeitnot. This should be a pretty easy kill. Run down, and they'll donate this one away. Static Discharge comes out of Sword Art, buys a little bit of time. While that's going on, in the mid lane, Fofo almost takes down Frozen. Not going to be enough to pick up the kill, and Thaldrun, run away! I didn't quite see what set that one up, but he needed the unstoppable onslaught retreat, apparently.
Yeah. I'm really unsure, actually. His mid laner got chunked. They just got kills topside. I don't know. I actually have zero clue.
Not often you see a Transformer running away from a fight. BB, 1, 2, miss! Connect with the wild growth. That's why Lulu was locked in. And picked some bans. Zergsting manages to pick that one up. Zeitnot gets shut down by the Paddle Star, and Stomage, you fired that barrel far too early. Fofo continues to jump forward. Paddle out, connects onto the minion. Won't take him down, but a grenade from BB does.
Karsa?
7 kills to 2. Karsa takes a tower shot. Is ignited. Zergsting's running him down. Help! Picks! Help! Zergsting's LMS.
Ends up picking him up there. Oh, man. This game is... It feels like it's about to hit that point where everybody is just getting really hypey, because it feels like the LMS during the lane phase was all about, all right, let's win these lanes, let's have Fofo start going crazy, Karsa camping it, and now it just feels like after the swap, they thought they could keep pressuring that top turret, and now it's just a little bit over aggro, and Turkey is getting something back here.
They are indeed. Turkey might get a little bit more. Frozen's trying to freeze Sword Art out. Manages to get a bunch of kills. It's Sight Knot that secures the kill. Not done yet. Fofo sends that paddle star south. Frozen's able to dodge that one away, and he's got himself a Morellonomicon. That's Fofo, equaled by Frozen's Morellonomicon and Friaz Boots.
Yeah.
And of course, Turkey. Look, they're still in a huge hole. It's 4,000 gold.
Yeah, and it's at that point where Fofo's next item will be Haunting Guys. And when you have those 2 penetration items, they're worth so much now because people can't run MR per level runes anymore, right? So it ends up with so much damage going through. And even Void Staff got buffed later. Sork Shoes is now 18 magic penetration instead of 15. So you're hitting people with 33 penetration when before they would have more than at least 39 magic resist, which is now kind of the point they're at. Oh man, Sight Knot is just feeling all that poke. This is why poke comps became the thing in Kesper Cup. Even without Zoe, just people don't have the MR to really resist this.
Now let's see what Ziv can do. Flash is available to him. He's gonna hold on to it though. Pretty easily run down. You can't get away from the CC of Sion and Lulu combined.
Hey, and Turkey's gonna get something back here. The game went into that mode where everybody's scrapping for something now in LMS. That Sword Art's been caught out a few times, and now just there, they got Ziv on the rotation. Bottom turret's gonna take damage. Infernal Drake, they can even it up and start getting kind of closer in this game. It's been 3,000 gold, 4,000 gold, but closing up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, 3,000 gold in 15 minutes is, you know, a significant amount. 3,000 gold at 25 or 30 minutes is less significant, obviously. You know, those cast a narrative you say all the time. But let's see what damage control Turkey can do because, you know, their tanks are getting tankier. You've got Cinderhold for Stomage. Doldrin's got himself that Iceborne Gauntlet completed. So they're building up some beefiness, and there's no beefiness to speak of on LMS.
Yeah, they're not really going to get tanky. The composition doesn't really build for that. It's kind of just Sword Art later and maybe Karsa, but it looks like he's got Black Cleaver on his mind.
Yeah, gotta go for damage. All-Star, that's what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Mike Young build a Cinderhawk, and I was disgusted.
Yeah.
I was like, what have you done to him?
What a tryhard.
Give him back.
Who does that? Doldrin and Ziv going toe for toe. Doldrin's trying to get away. Unstoppable onslaught for the point-blank connect. Where's the comment? I didn't see if it was on cooldown or not. Doldrin manages to get away with his life, but trading back and forth. The Weaver's Wall put down defensively from Frozen. It will not stop Slam. LMS get their third tower. Gets the engage. Kragus Barrel used from Stomage. Will at least buy enough time for him to survive. There's another big paddle start to the face. I'm looking for Fofo. Spell Thief, waiting for him to pick something up. He's just going to chase you for days. 3-0-2. LMS 3 towers up. They got 4,000 gold in the lead. And now let's see how they press the advantage. Right? They've got all outer towers. So I'll push that vision deeper, use that Blitzcrank. Try to get some grabs. Well, any of their poke, really. Everybody's got it.
Yeah, everybody can just contribute. And actually, Fofo not going for the Haunting Guys. He's going for the Lich Bane. This is something that when I was looking at Zoe's kit, and you see the ultimate, you're like, oh, super low cooldown. That seems really cool. Then you realize that it activates her passive, which is literally like another Lich Bane.
Yeah.
It's extra damage based on her level, which honestly at some points is better than Sheen, and then has an AP ratio on it. So it's better than Sheen after, like, I believe level 7-ish, and now you just double that up. So even if you are and auto-attack somebody, it's like a third of their HP.
Yeah, Fofo on that Zoe, the more sparkles, that damage everywhere.
I like how it has an exclamation point, too.
Yes, you've got to do it that way. All right, where's Karsa going? Still working his way towards that Black Cleaver we talked about. Got Merc Treads, Phage, Ruby Crystal. Gonna find himself a little bit out of position here. No, Stomach backed away, in fact. And Karsa not gonna get anything else set up. Thaldrin can just turn into Optimus Prime and run away if he needs to.
And Thaldrin's been that rock, too, for the team. This is a matchup you're supposed to lose. He's ending up winning it right now. And he's going to be that later part of the game engaged. And he's not bleeding turrets to this Jace, which would pull him to a side lane, which is what LMS want to do.
Yeah, and of course, sitting on that side there, Fofo spamming out that bubble. What's it, like a 2-second stun if it tags you?
Oh.
Slows you down, locks you up forever, it feels like.
Yeah, it's like a 1-second slow into a 2-second sleep at all ranks. Rank 1, it's a 2-second sleep. Like, that's why I buy Merc Treads every single time, because it gives her so much time to line it up, even from the get-go. You tilted me a little bit, Trevor. You started with the bubble. I hate that ability so much. You land it, it gets CDR on the next one that you can land. Why, Trevor? Why?
I don't have the answer to those questions. I'm the one screaming with you, Zyrene. Same team. Same team. Well, let's see what he can do, because when we were prepping for this matchup, we were talking about the players, you know, where are we going to shine some lights? You know, Zergsting is the sort of new guy from the Turkish scene on the international stage, and he's playing a Lulu, not the most expected pick in this type of team comp. Fofo was the new name on the LMS side, and he's really performing well on this Zoe. Showing up in, you know, one of his first big games to a wider viewer base.
Yeah, and he's performing fantastically. And this is the part of the game where you start seeing the, you know, we saw the solo kills. We saw him performing well during lane phase. This is the part of the game where teamwork, those outer turrets are down, who's buying the control wards? Who's backing up the person placing them? And can you get those tier 2 turrets? But with the All-Stars teams that don't have much time playing together, the games will kind of drag out at this point. But I want to see them keep going for those kills. Keep going, Fofo.
Yeah, I want to see them do the same. But of course, in terms of taking those turrets, with Casa and Sword Art both being Flash Wars representatives and having a large say in this next phase of the game, you know, focusing around Baron, focusing around picks in the jungle or Vision, that duo is really now coming into the time that they need to shine. They need to step up and lead the rest of these LMS guys.
Oh, that's actually super great. Like, I love that we're talking about the shot callers from the Flash Wolves. The guys who have constantly gone to international tournaments representing the LMS and have been on top for a long time. Now mix it up a little bit, you get to see what, you know, Karsa and Sword Art look like with split pushers, with pick. Right now, it's at that part where, you know, Turkey, are they going to find an engage? Are they going to be able to jump on somebody from the LMS? Because I feel like in a neutral game state, if you keep going, this Sion's going to keep getting tankier. He's going to keep getting more items, and he'll eventually become a soaker for the front line.
Yeah, already starting to feel that way. Locket, secured Stomage, got himself that Warden's Mail, starting to build up some armor as well. It's just so difficult to itemize because Zoe's burst is massive, and then you've got a huge amount of physical damage from Ziv and Beauty as well. So Turkey really need another like 10 to 15 minutes of itemization stacking before maybe they can stand toe-to-toe for long enough.
I don't want that, though. I want blood. Fight! Thaldrun, go!
Yeah, we always do. We always do. Where's it going to come from, right? So Turkey, they need to farm. How do LMS find those fights? How do they actually get the kills that you so desperately want?
Yeah, the issue with the LMS's team composition is they have to 100% control Vision, force you to face check like they've done on Baron, and then pick you with some type of skill shot like the Blitz Hook, the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, like so? Is he too far? I think he might be. Wow.
Not a lot of MR there. So you can see so much, 50% tags.
Hurt treads, please.
Yep.
5 hurt treads.
Need that one indeed. I'm not quite sure why he ate the bubble anyway, but small misstep. Gonna learn from that one. Once bitten, twice shy. That's the saying. Let's see if he can dodge it.
Yeah,
Sword Art. There's a great example of the bubble flying through the walls, but not gonna set up that pick.
Yeah. Flying through the walls and then actually completely zoning a choke point for 4 seconds. Sleepy Trouble Bubble. I hate it. The only thing I like about it is the name.
Yep, me too. I love the name.
Well,
let's see what happens here as Frozen gets tagged out. Burst really, really low. I'm hoping one day to see Zoe and a Nami in the same game, because I want to talk about all the bubbles. That's what I'd like to do. Go a little bit Finding Nemo, you know? Bubbles on my bubble. But we're a while away from that being meta. And talking about meta, pretty standard lethality itemization. Seeing that more and more. Obviously, MF Gen, definite lethality users, Dust Blades and Ghost Blades picked up already.
Yeah, it was so strange because everybody was like, lethality is garbage, it's in the dumpster, and then it got buffed by like 2 on all lethality items, and now people can't run armor on their page, but a lot of base armors went up, but it ended up being the build for Varus, Jhin. Oh, hold on, Ziv gonna get knocked back.
Well, body
after.
That's great barrel from Stomage. Ziv gets run down as Thaldrun and Stomage combo all of the CC in their kit. It did cost the flash of Stomage in the wall from Frozen now. That's cut off LMS. Defensive flash from Fofo continues to run. The silence from Sword Art buys a few extra seconds. And Fofo not down yet. Finally killed by Stomage. Turkey, they find the engage. They find the pick.
Exactly. They use Thaldrun's ultimate to get up in there. Stomage uses the barrel after the flash to not knock Ziv away, and now they're looking at that Baron after a pickup.
Oh, let's see if LMS can stop this Baron. Turkey peel away. Sword Art gets turned into an Iceman. Trying to flash away to safety. Not enough yet. Frozen gets himself a double. That threaded volley doing so much work. Now LMS, they have to try and somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat, BB's got his ultimate available, and he's going to have to try and poke down, but this is 5-on-1.
Yeah, 5-on-1, they'll have the Jace TPing. That's what they're going to try to do is the trump card here. But what's the call? Is it the Baron? The TP got canceled.
It did indeed. The Comet bounces out. BB, he pulls the curtains back. Season 2 world champion. He snipes one. Got a final shot available. The AoE's going to help out. That tags Thaldrin, and it will force Turkey away from the Baron.
How is that? Oh, rabbit out of the half, baby!
Bang, bang, BB shoots you down, gets 2 kills, and now LMS, they're setting themselves up for an attempt on the Baron.
Oh!
Not done yet. Thaldrin's running for his life. Bullet time from Zeitnot. Gonna get interrupted as Ziv puts the hammer down. Zeitnot runs for his life. Some heavy drinking sends Ziv to the fountain. Now Zoe, he gets yet another. Fofo jumps forward. Paddlestar fired a little incorrectly on that one. And Fofo unable to find the kill, but LMS get the Baron.
Yeah, they get it back now, and they start getting the Baron control. Season 2 world champion BB on top of his game. Snipes one in the back. Gets him afterwards with the pickup of the W. That saved the game for the LMS right there.
Oh, and just like that, BB 5-0-3. We actually didn't mention it earlier, but BB announced coming into All-Star that this will be his final professional tournament. He's retiring after this. And what a great showing to open up the campaign.
Absolutely. I like this right here from Turkey to set it up. They waited, knocked Ziv back. They get the flash out of him. They dive frozen. Sections off both Fofo and Karsa. So Fofo has flash, but he decides not to use it immediately or the cleanse and gets really low. They chase him down and they pick him up here because he kind of struggles to get out. But this was what it was all about. You're talking about rabbit out of a hat. Boom!
Xerxing step forward. I actually missed that.
Yeah, he's also like, hold on, man. I need protection too. And then the W, the deadly flourish here, Xerxing stopped in vision. He placed a ward, looked like he was going to back there, and just the read on that from BB, that is just, I would say blind luck, but the guy's been doing it for years.
Exactly. Connects with all the shots in LMS, they just keep running down Turkey. Good bullet time though, a lot of damage. Destroying Ziv's AP bar.
Yeah, Ziv ends up going down, but I mean, they get 2 in return for just that one at the end.
Now, Zyrene, I do want to say something, and it's going to sound a little confrontational, but I want to correct a line that you said.
Okay, go for it.
You said that saves the game for LMS. Now, I don't think it saved the game. I think it saved the throw for LMS, because I think they were about to throw their lead, which was monumental. It was, what, like a 4K gold lead?
Yeah, I've been playing solo queue for so long.
I
This is how I get my personal victories. I save the throw. Yeah, I like to think it's the game. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But now 6K and Baron, it's back in LMS again. Complete stranglehold on the map, complete stranglehold on the game.
Yeah, and with Baron and the siege, oh, Zeitnot!
Holy moly, that damage. Didn't even see where Fofo came from. Charges up the paddle star again, sends it downtown. The Weaver's War from Frozen is not really going to do a whole, it's delaying the minions, but not much more than that.
Yeah, stopping them for a little bit. There's the sleep. And I mean, you're getting chunked out without getting slept first.
There's a sleep target on Stomaged. No Sword Art. Rocket Grab's going to be back on cooldown in a moment or two. Looking for him to go fishing, looking for him to find a target. Inhibitor turret is now being tagged down, and Sword Art's holding the trigger, not firing it off yet, but it's all the way down to the Inhibitor turret. It's a huge minion wave on the bottom. I think top is pushing in favor of LMS as well, so that's going to give them options to just rotate around the map and push to any lane. Not yet.
No, not in the top lane, but it doesn't matter. They'll get to it. Bottom side is where it's at, though. With 40 seconds on the Baron buff, they get to siege for one more wave here.
What can they do? All right, Sword Art. No flash available to it. No, it's like a fresh cooldown, so didn't quite see when it was used. Stomage gets slept, but doesn't get killed. And LMS just waited for that next minion wave.
Yeah, and Baron buff will be off when the minion wave crashes a little bit after that. Oh, Zeitnot's clearing mid, so this would be a 4v5, but I feel like they're just looking for picks constantly.
Yeah, it's not really a dive proposition here from LMS. Sword Art gonna make his way forward with that overdrive. Doesn't find an objective, and with Baron buff, LMS get themselves a couple more towers. Push the vision deeper into Turkish jungle. I mean, that bottom quadrant is just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to get an Ocean Drake as well.
Oh, there's so many wards down there. LMS has complete control of the bottom side of the map, and after having the top side with Baron, nothing to fight over there. So right side of the map, and I feel like the LMS, like I was saying at the start, you know, these guys looks like they came to play. I'm going to make it to that, you know, semifinals and the finals later. But I love seeing these guys. So far, Fofo has been a treat. Same with BB. BB's been kind of that guy who's standing out in those team fights.
Yeah, definitely shining. Once the laning phase ended, got a little bit of support, of course. Was like 2-3 different like roams down bottom and made sure he could get ahead. Got himself rapid fire cannon now working towards that infinity edge. So he's going to have the ability to just sort of one-shot anybody with a full rotation. And use that, what, 7,000 gold lead that LMS have accrued to take down this last objectives. I mean, what do you think? Siege now for LMS or just wait for next Baron?
Oh, waiting for next Baron is so boring.
I know it is. But it would be the expected play maybe, or the safer play. Safer play is a better word, I think.
Yeah. Wait for the Baron. Control vision around Baron. And because of your composition, you go for picks and you bait. You're right, Trevor. That's how they would play to their win condition. Control topside jungle for like the next 2 minutes. Get the Scuttle Crab. Ah. Oh.
I know, disappointed. We want to see those fights and those kills.
Usually as a color commentator, I'm like, yes, the teams are doing things right. It's great. No, I want to see these teams go at each other, and I want to see Turkey make those engages, but it's been so hard for them to do so.
It really has. I mean, it's only worked out in those individual scenarios, and Ziv was mostly the guy that was caught by it. Obviously, trying to fend off Thaldron. Ziv, another guy that we've not really seen a whole lot. It's not been about the Jace poke. 032, 266 CS to Thaldron 272, and later in King.
Thaldron, TP flank.
Cleaver.
Here's the start.
Where is the target? Fofo is going to use the flash to get over the wall. Finds himself in between a Stone Mage and a Thaldron.
Thaldron's after.
Unstoppable Onslaught. That instantly gets cancelled. Now the wall gets turned around. Rocket Grab pulls Thaldron back into the pit. Remember that passive is going to be helping out.
Oh!
Tags down Sight Knot. Not going to be able to pick up the kill. Curtain Call will help ever so slightly. There's the passive of Sign buying some time. Rocket Grab grabs another tank. Stone Mage pull backwards and he's going to get shot down. 5 members of the LMS collapsing onto the front line of Turkey, and this opens up the inhibitor turret.
I like the idea of the TP flank, but I feel like it was too early because the Baron timer, but at the same time, LMS, they were ready for it, and they all collapse, and they start getting that poke from all sides, spread out. Don't have your threats stacked up. They're going for the turret now.
Man, one target at a time. LMS just took them out. It's a 10,000 gold lead. Sword Art goes for the flash rocket grab. Doesn't find the target, though. Frozen and the rest of Turkey trying to defend, but the inhibitor is secured. Super Minion's going to go down the middle lane. Baron's up in 20 seconds, and LMS are just set up for a great victory once they set their sights on the Nexus.
Yeah, you're waiting for, you know, if he had TP now in the game, they'd be able to TP and make something on that Baron. But right here, Fofo is like, I got to get out. Thaldron comes from the side, misses the E, then the kick from Karsa to keep Fofo safe, the double knock-up, and then the run around the corner there from Fofo allows him to stay alive. And then they hook Thaldron in. Thaldron ends up getting slept afterwards, but Sight Knot. Oh my god.
And the anti-synergy there, the barrel knocking everybody out of the bullet time. That's where you can see some of these all-star communication struggles, right? Not really on the same page, not making 100% of the right calls or the same calls as the entire team.
Yeah, I'm not gonna flame people, you know, for that stuff right now. I feel like they're just here having a ton of fun, and man, we're seeing a Blitzcrank, we're seeing Zoe just go for these picks. Some of them are working out, and we're seeing kind of a clinic here from Fofo. Oh.
Luden's Echo, Lichbane, Void Staff,
and then 3 control wards.
Can he one-shot Zeitnot?
Oh.
Do you think a max range paddle star? Well,
yes.
there is no max range. Right? So like a 2-screen paddle star. Let's see if that'll insta-hit.
With no sleep.
With no sleep. I wonder. We'll have to see if the shot can land.
Yeah, I think the Luden plus Comet would probably do it.
Oh, it's so close. Big chunk of damage there into Stone Mage. A root onto Thaldron and LMS. Okay, they've got supers in the mid lane. They've got a minion wave in the bottom lane. And they've got the ability to back away into Baron. But remember, there's no real tank. I mean, Karsa's got Dead Man's Plate, so he's tanky enough. And Baron will die quickly.
Be able to tank that up, and there's a gigantic minion wave bottom, but they can't catch it. Turkey doesn't have teleport on Thaldron right now. Oh, he slipped on the bubble!
So much damage. Where's the follow-up? Zergsting's gonna go golden with the hourglass. Buys a little bit of time. Rocket grab comes
Fofo's
back.
dead!
It's Fofo. He got sniped on the back end. Somehow Zeitnot found it. Now Stomage and Thaldrin trying to run down LMS. Thaldrin in zombie Scion mode. Bullet time once again does really not a lot. The kickback from Costa buys a few extra seconds. Frozen is running out of mana. Needs to try back away as BB Sword Art turn the damage onto Zeitnot and to Frozen. Look for Sword Art. Rocket grab should be available, but there's no target. And it ends up being a 2 for 2.
Oh, that was so close multiple times. He's just trying to get Frozen. Frozen, though, with the magical boots, give him 10 extra movement speed. That's what I'm going to chalk it up to. Free-ass boots by him today. Get him! Zergsting, though, with the stopwatch, keeping himself alive there, gets hooked after, but Fofo took so much damage from Zeitnot on the backside of that. Ends up getting picked up, and then this wall, I feel like this wall, oh, Frozen really wants to be a little bit closer than that. And it ends up just being a 2 for 2 when Turkey was in a bad situation from the get-go. So I feel like that's what they could really hope for here.
Yeah, turning something out of nothing, right? Something out of nothing. When you're 9,000 gold down, and you've got no inhibitor in the mid lane to play with, it's an extremely difficult game to come back from. But you did mention a little while ago, Zyrene, I mean, the two tanks, the front line, if this continues to play out, if LMS continue playing a little sloppy, there are ways that Turkey can get back in. I didn't quite see how Fofo got shot down. It was sort of like off-screen as the fight started out.
Kind of Zeitnot with all that damage that he has now, with all of that penetration, possibly a crit on the back of it, because he has picked up some crit items. But now, the Baron's been started. It got checked there by Frozen with a wall. It looks like they're still chipping away at it. Almost half HP now. They got to approach.
All right, Thaldrin's going to come in with that TP. Stomage gets tagged out by a Paddle Star. And now Thaldrin managed to make his way in. That ultimate is available to him. He can turn himself into a car and run down the river. Fofo gets a good tag from the Q once again. The sleep, that's going to cut off Thaldrin's escape. But
that's one of those ones where you're like, I think I can make it by, but I'm not going to even try it.
Definitely not worth the risk. This time around, going to get turned to sleep. Gonna take a lot of damage to get Thaldrin down. Wild Growth buys some time. Dragon's Rage into Rocket Grab, finally not. Still gonna kill him. However, BB does get himself one. Thaldrin is popped on the back end. That's 2 quick kills for the LMS. Zergsting cannot stand toe-to-toe with any other damage dealers, and LMS have set themselves up for a safe Baron. It's a little messy around the edges, but it is still entirely on LMS's terms.
Yeah, now they get to do the Baron. Can't face check this. The Elder Dragon might be where you go here if they have enough damage to actually burst it down in time. But the LMS, Baron, already secured now. This is going to be a race here.
Oh, it's a race that Turkey might not be able to win.
They're backing out.
Here comes Sword Art, teleport being channeled by Ziv as well. Elder Dragon down to 6,500. Okay, keep your eyes on Fofo. Send himself up that sleepy bubble.
Oh,
that's a
boy.
drowsy Stomage, sleeping Stomage, Rocket Grab, Stomage! BB is legendary! A Elder Baron buffed LMS. And they can now just set themselves up on an exposed inhibitor for a siege.
If the bubble lands, you're going to get hooked. You're going to get rooted. Something's going to happen. In the previous fight, Zergsting got drowsy. He picked up the bubble, and then he got basically 2-shot by BB. Crit and a Q. He was dead. 100-0 after that. It's just such a great setup ability for this whole team. Fofo is really just bringing it all together here.
I really like that set-up ability of the top tier here for LMS. 15,000 gold. Fofo using that portal jump over and over, pushing the queue further forward. And 807, 15 of the team's 18 kills, BB's been involved in. For Fofo, 14 of the team's 18 kills. Like, they've really rallied around the core carries who did well in the early game.
Yeah, Fofo with the solo kill early. I'm never going to get that out of my head because it's just another testament to like how powerful the Zoe can be during the lane phase, let alone that late game. And now they have the other threat. So now itemizing becomes so difficult, like we had said earlier.
Yeah.
Buy in armor, oh, they got lethality. Buy in magic resistance, they have spell penetration and a boatload of damage from this Fofo. Oh man.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about like his first showing there on International. Here's the damage entire game.
Yeah, it's not like absolutely insane. It's not like that 1,000 damage per minute plus mark, but it's a lot of poke that's been coming through for this guy.
Really out there. Rocket Grab would have only popped the Banshee's Bell anyway for Frozen, but nonetheless, he's able to escape with his life. On the side of the Turkish squad, it's been tough. I mean, Zoe was picked up fairly late. No, Kickban was first rotation. MF was the option over the likes of Zoe. And it just did not work out in the same way. Did not give Turkey the advantages maybe they needed to have gotten. Whereas that Zoe Jace first rotation did wonders.
Oh, thought we got fished for.
And so...
Oh, sleep!
Alright, let's see, where's the Q? Body blocked by Thaldrin. Very good guy teammate there. That could have turned things around. Another trouble bubble. Won't find anyone to sleep though. And like, there's not enough space on the screen to follow the Zoe cues. Sonic Wave catches out Snowmage. This is going to be the final attempt here from Thaldrin. Frozen put down the Weaver's Wall. Thaldrin goes in. His passive is just about to get popped. It's BB that gets another. There's at least a reply kill onto Sword Art. One for one. Now Fofo's in trouble, gets tongued down and chunked down. Ooh. There's one on the way out for BB. That's a double. He sends out the...
Everyone's so squishy!
Not dodging everything. Frozen gets tagged with 3 and 4. The bullet curves. It's a quadra kill for BB. Frozen's able to escape with 14.
They want the penta.
They're looking for it. Penta kill for BB at All-Star 2017.
An insane performance from the AD carry from the LMS. Baby, that was a performance.
13-0.